welcome to day 10 of 30 Days of Connection. I'm Lucy. We are a third of the way through. I don't want to call it a challenge, it's not a challenge, but a third of the way through our little exercises that are helping us to create a more meaningful start to January. This is Indiana. Hi. So today I wanted to talk to you about self-love, which is a term that's bandied about quite a lot, and for good reason actually, because I think it's hugely important that we have a good relationship with ourselves, that we care for ourselves in the same way that we care for other people. You know, and all of these things, these topics that we're talking about, you know, things like compassion and kindness, you know, what's the point? How can we extend that out to other people if we don't show it to ourselves first? And self-love, it can be really challenging and it can make you feel really uncomfortable, and I completely get that. So I wanted to start today just by reading you a poem that I really love. It's by a man called Derek Walcott and it's called Love After Love. So I'm going to read you the poem and then we will move. So he hasn't been sick, I promise. That's gross. Then we will move our bodies and then we'll just come to sit once more in stillness, which as you've probably gathered now, for me is a really important thing to do, to be able to sit with yourself. And self-love will really help with that, because if we don't have a good relationship with ourselves, it can be very challenging to still the body and to just sit with yourself, because you don't want to tap into what's going on in here. So when you're ready, take a seat on your yoga mat in any position that feels comfortable for you, and I'll read you this poem. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit, stay, eat. You will love again the stranger who was once yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit. Feast on your life. I think there's lots of ways you can interpret those words, but for me, it's about coming home to yourself. You give to others all the time, and you often forget to give to yourself. You forget to look in your mirror and smile at yourself. You forget to sit with yourself, and you spend all of your time doing those things for other people, but you forget about the person that has loved you your whole life, and that's yourself, whether you know that or not. When you love yourself, you make better decisions for yourself. When you love yourself, you allow yourself the opportunity to feel what you're feeling and not keep moving from thing to thing to thing, you know, pushing things deep down. These words, you know, I think they serve me a lot in my day-to-day life, they're words that tether me in some ways. These words also encourage me to ask questions and stay really present. And it's a poem that I come back to a lot. And if you're doing this video and you come to my yoga classes regularly, then I apologise, because you've probably heard that poem more than once. Anyway, if you would like the poem, if you'd like me to send you the poem, then just send me a message and I'll send it on to you, because it really is beautiful. So when you're ready now, we will come to all fours, tabletop position. Spread your fingers really wide. Put your wrists so that they're underneath your shoulders in a nice straight line, and your knees underneath your hip points. Plant the tops of the feet down into the earth and really push the mat away from you so that you feel like you're broadening a little bit across your upper back. Draw your lower ribs in so that you start to engage through your core. And then when you're ready, take a big breath and tilt your pelvis up to the ceiling. Drop your belly and send your gaze forwards and slightly up, coming into cow pose. Breathing out, exhale, push the mat away, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone under. Feel the shoulder blades separating. Inhale, drop the belly, feel the shoulder blades come together. And then exhale, rounding through, chin to chest. Inhale to drop the belly, look forwards. And exhale, rounding through. Keep going, inhale. And exhale. So just warming up the spine now and starting to take some nice deep breaths, marrying the breath with the movement. We'll just do 2 more of these. Go with your own breath cycle. Maybe close your eyes for the final 2. And then come to stillness in your tabletop position. Just send your sit bones back to your heels now. Fold your chest over your knees. Bring your forehead to the earth and come to child's pose. Balasana is the Sanskrit name. And just start to regulate your breathing now. So deepening the breath slightly, breathing in and out through your nose, and starting to count maybe to 4 as you inhale and 4 as you exhale. So nice, smooth, even breaths. Keep your jaw nice and soft. And just notice how you feel. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it away. And then come back onto all 4s. So from here, tuck your toes under. Walk your hands out so that they're just in front of your shoulders. And then we're going to send the sit bones up to the ceiling, downward facing dog. And just start to pedal out the feet. Find a little bit of movement. So really press into your fingertips here. Drive through your arms and just gently allow the chest to draw back towards the thighs. And again, if you feel like your spine is rounding, bend the knees and really focus on lengthening through the spine. Doesn't matter if the heels come to the floor or not. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here in our downward facing dog. And then slowly start to walk the feet up in between the hands, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. This is a lovely calming position, really soothing. Also a nice stretch for the backs of the legs and the lower back too. Keep the knees soft, you don't need to straighten into the knees just yet. And then just take hold of opposite elbows. Allow the head to hang in ragdoll position here. Maybe moving it gently from side to side. Maybe moving front to back. And then releasing the hands. As you breathe in, we're going to straighten into the legs, bring the hands onto the shin and find that nice flat back position. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and then exhale, folding forwards, Uttanasana, forward fold. From here, we're going to step the right foot back, step the left foot back, plank pose. We're going to stay here for a count of 5. So really fire up your legs, fire up your core and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, untuck the toes and bring the chest down in between the hands, vinyasa. Big breath in, baby cobra. Draw the shoulders away from ears, firm through the glutes, press into your big toenail. And then exhale, release the forehead to the earth. Tuck the toes, send the sit bones back to the heels, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Big breath in, send the right foot up to the ceiling, and then we're going to bend into that right knee and start to kick towards the left bum cheek. Now keep pressing into that right hand, so you don't want to lean too far over to the left. Keep it nice and even. And see if you can lift your right knee any higher. So we're taking a slight twist here. Look forwards and then step the foot through in between the hands. Good, lower the back knee down, untuck the back toe, and then sweep both arms all the way up to the ceiling as you breathe in. Draw the front rib in. Now, if you're quite flexible in the hips, you might find that you can be right down here. What I want you to do is lift here. So we're keeping a bit of mobility in the hip, extending the arms upwards, and then thinking about keeping firm through the core as we really press that front foot down into the ground. Good, take one more big breath in here. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down to the earth. Left hand stays down, right arm lifts, and you're going to twist. Good, exhale, bring the hand down. Lift up off that back knee, and then just start to rock a little backwards and forwards. Get a little movement here, and then we're going to step the left foot all the way up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. I am about to headbutt my dishwasher. Good. From here, transfer the weight into the left foot and step the right foot back. Lower down, untuck the toe, and then big breath in as you sweep the arms up and overhead. Again, draw the front ribs in, keep some nice mobility here. Think about the hip bones, so you might need to draw that left hip back, right hip forward to keep them nice and square. Keep reaching up, take a nice big breath in, and exhale, bring the hand down. Lift up off the back knee, and again, just a little rocking motion here, front to back, and then step the back foot up to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. And then inhale, bring the hands together through heart center, nice strong flat back. Reach up, gaze at thumbs. And then exhale, hands down by your sides, Tadasana, mountain pose. So I'm going to turn to face you, you can stay where you are. With our yoga practice, we can either take those challenges and let them frustrate us, or we can learn to love the challenge. We can learn to love the parts of ourselves that find things challenging, because that's where growth happens. So as you're practicing yoga today, and hopefully you'll join me for some more of this month, I want you to learn to love the parts of the practice that you find hard. And you might find all of it hard. And that's the thing, that's where I want you to think, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I love that. So we're not focusing on the things our body can't do, but we're focusing on the things that our body can do. And if our body is able to show up on the mat and sit for a few moments and just quiet down and breathe, that's amazing, and that's enough, right? So think of all of the things that challenge you, and find ways to love them. And that's not easy, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's just that gentle shift in perspective that will help you to develop that compassionate relationship towards yourself. So in Tadasana, just lift up all 10 of your toes, spread them, press the mound of the big toe down into the earth, and then release the toes. Relax your shoulders and close your eyes. Turn your palms out to face the front. And just start to take some nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. Breathing into your belly. And just ask yourself how you feel. Just notice. And then gently open your eyes. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to fold forwards once more. Folding from that front hip crease and bringing the weight forwards into the toes. Bring the hands down wherever they fall, and then lift them onto the shins for that nice flat back position. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Plank. And then as you inhale, we're going to lift the hips to downward facing dog once more. Pedal out your feet here. And then come to your knees. Keeping your knees underneath your hip points, you're going to start to tilt the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Walk the hands forwards and melt the chest down onto the earth, puppy pose. So we're starting to really open into the shoulders here. So as you breathe, maybe you think about directing the breath into the shoulders. You can place your forehead onto the earth, or if it doesn't come that far, that's okay. Grab a cushion or some books or a block, anything that you can rest your forehead on here. If the forehead comes down easily, maybe try looking forward, bringing the chin onto the earth. Couple of nice deep breaths here. And then we're going to slide the torso all the way down onto the earth and make our way into Sphinx pose. So bring your legs as wide as your mat and point your toes. Bring your elbows down underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers really wide. Lift up through the chest. Lift up through the heart center. Keep your neck nice and long and then close your eyes. Now I want you to almost have a sense of dragging the mat back towards you so that you start to feel your chest expanding through your upper arms. And we're just going to start to breathe here. So pay attention to how the lower back feels. Gently engage through the glutes. If that starts to make the low back feel a bit compressed, then just soften them. The pelvis is supported by the earth here, so if by engaging the glutes the low back doesn't feel great, then I think it's fine just to keep them nice and soft. Keep pressing the pubic bone down into the earth. Nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. Now, if you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can start to press into your hands and just start to lift a bit further. I'm not locking out my arms here, I'm keeping my arms nice and soft. Again, keeping the neck nice and long. And just breathing into the belly once more. If this doesn't feel good for you, stay here. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, slow and with control, bring the forehead down onto the earth. Bend the knees and just wave the feet from side to side. Good, and then just release the legs and turn yourself over. Flip on over onto your back and plant your feet so that they're on the floor. Keep them as roughly as wide as your hips, maybe a little bit wider actually if that feels good for you. Just try not to allow the knees to splay out. We want to try and keep the knees tracking over the toes. Plant the palms onto the earth and really start to notice the parts of your back that are connected with the earth, and see if you can just flatten out your spine so that the entirety of your spine is connected with your mat. Tuck your chin ever so slightly, just so that you lengthen through the back of the neck, so kind of ironing out any creases in the back of the neck. And then from here, press into your feet, engage into your glutes, and begin to lift your hips all the way up towards the ceiling. We're coming into bridge pose. Pressing into the feet, use the power of your legs here to really support your back. So your legs are strong, so use them, driving the chest towards the chin here. And then just start to breathe. In fact, first of all, turn the corners of your mouth up, smile. If you find this challenging, learn to love that. Love what you can do, not what you can't do. Press into all four corners of the feet. If you're happy here, you can start to snuggle your shoulder blades underneath you, interlace your fingers, and really start to take some deep breaths here. So the lungs have got more room to inflate. So let's take 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, maybe close your eyes. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you've got your eyes closed, gently open them. Take a big breath in. Release the hands if they were interlaced. And as you exhale, slow and with control, release the back down onto the earth. Good work, team. So now gently hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Lift your nose to your knees. Give your knees a kiss. Love yourself, hug yourself. And then bring the head down to the earth. Cactus your arms next to you. Take a really big breath in. Keep the knees in at the chest. And then just allow the knees to drop to the left side. Just taking a nice twist to neutralise the spine after back bending. If that right shoulder blade starts to lift, then just bring it back slightly. Try and keep both the shoulder blades on the earth. Navel to spine, knees to centre, and then they drop the other way to the right. Keep breathing into your belly here. So this is a really nice way to stimulate the digestive system, as well as strengthening some of the muscles along the spine. And the more you breathe here, the better it is for the digestive system. And then come back to centre. Wrap your arms around your legs one more time. Give them a nice squeeze into your chest. And then bring the hands down through the legs. Take hold of the outside edges of the feet. Draw the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and bring the knees down towards the armpits. Happy baby pose. Now the lower back is going to want to kind of scoop up here. So what I want you to do is focus on really peeling the lower back down towards the mat. If this is too much for your hips, or if it's just not there for you today, bring the soles of the feet together like this and hold on to your ankles instead. Or simply lie in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined cobbler's pose, bringing the soles of the feet together and just allowing the knees to fall out to the side. So just a nice gentle hip stretch to finish on today. Just smile to yourself. And just think of all the amazing things your body's just done for you. Focus on all the good things. One more big breath in here. And then as you exhale, gently release. Give your legs a squeeze. And then bring yourself slowly up to sitting. You can roll onto your right side. Just press into your left hand and come up to sitting. Where have I put my little notebook? Here it is. So take a seat that's comfortable for you. Again, I know I always say this, but it's not easy to sit like this, is it? And so feel free to grab a chair. Don't feel like you have to be a hero. If your body just isn't comfortable like this, then it's okay. Find a position that is comfortable. You know what, you can even lie down if you want to. Just be comfortable. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and close your eyes. Soften your jaw, relax your shoulders. And just start to breathe. Notice how you feel. Notice the parts of your body where you might feel like you've got a bit more space, a bit more length, a bit less tension. So as you sit here or maybe lie here now, I want you to finish this sentence. I love that I am. I love that I am. And don't be worried if nothing comes up for you. Just keep repeating, I love that I am. And just try and think of a quality about yourself that you love. Just one thing. And when you've got it, I just want you to keep repeating that quietly to yourself, like a mantra. I love that I am. I love that I am. Keep breathing. Keep your shoulders soft. And just keep repeating that phrase. I love that I am. Just notice how you can focus on that. You have the power to really focus your mind. And you can redirect your focus as many times as you need to. Just keep bringing it back to the mantra and the breath. I love that I am. So now it's time to just let your mantra go. Just keep breathing. So I want you to love all the parts of yourself. Love the things that challenge you. And find something in yourself each day to celebrate, no matter how small. Take a big breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. And gently open your eyes. I'm sorry about the dog bomb at the end there. I hope it didn't disturb you too much. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. If you need any help with this, then just give me a shout. And remember, if nothing came up for you when I asked you to finish the sentence, I love that I am, then just keep it with you over the next couple of days. Perhaps jot some things down, some thoughts down of things that come to mind. And just remember to keep it simple. There's loads of qualities about yourself that you will love. It's sometimes just a little bit hard to uncover them, especially in a situation like this where it's kind of sprung on you. So I wish you a wonderful day, and the weekend is coming up, so I wish you a joyful and peaceful weekend. I think I need to get these two out for a walk now. So let's all end class by bringing our hands together in Anjali Mudra and just bow your head to your heart. Unite your body and your mind. The light in me honours the light in you. Namaste.